In the world of glitz and glamour of the French Riviera, two women, Vanessa and Kate, were synonymous with the allure. Lawyers specializing in financial evasion, they danced on the edge of legality, often brushing away ethical dilemmas like cobwebs. In this high-stakes world of power and wealth, they navigated treacherous waters, their lives overshadowed by a cryptic figure, their boss. This Lady Luck played a nasty turn when they fell into the treacherous path of their ruthless new client, a Russian oligarch whose violence knew no bounds. The luxurious lanes of Nice held darker secrets than they paraded, a sinister contrast to the sun-kissed facade they projected. Vanessa and Kate, two financial evasion lawyers, found themselves in the belly of this beast. Their work, once a glitzy dance around legality, had now led them into a treacherous labyrinth of dark secrets and deadly consequences. Their new client, a ruthless Russian oligarch, was the embodiment of these hidden dangers. His violent tendencies and insatiable greed were a far cry from the glamorous world they were accustomed to. The more they delved into his world, the more they realized that they were no longer just lawyers, but pawns in a dangerous game of power and deceit. The beautiful city of Nice, with its luxurious yachts and opulent villas, had become a haunting backdrop to their unfolding nightmare. Bound by their greed yet driven by the primal instinct for survival, Vanessa and Kate spiraled deeper into a reality they had never fathomed. A twist in their tale exposed a secret that could shatter the glamorous world they had built. It was a revelation so profound, it made the shimmering waters of the French Riviera seem dull in comparison. What they had stumbled upon was a labyrinth of deceit, a web of lies spun by the very hands that had promised them safety. Vanessa and Kate, once the queens of their world, now found themselves pawns in a game of power and greed. The secret they held was a ticking time bomb, threatening to implode their world of glittering opulence. Every whisper, every hushed conversation now bore a tinge of danger. They were caught in the eye of a storm they had unwittingly created. The revelation sent shockwaves through their lives, stirring a whirlpool of emotions. Fear gnawed at their hearts, while guilt weighed heavily on their shoulders. Their dreams of wealth and power now seemed like a poisoned chalice, a cruel joke of fate. The women, once invincible, were now vulnerable, their lives hanging by a thread. The choices they had made had led them to this precipice, and now another choice awaited them. A choice between a life of truth and a life of deception, between survival and doom. With the Bay of Thieves murmuring its treacherous song, a choice awaited the women, one that could alter their fates forever. Their climax was a duel for survival, unfolding under the setting sun, revealing the true price of their sins and choices. Vanessa and Kate, once the queens of the French Riviera, found themselves in a deadly game of cat and mouse. The glitz, the glamour, the life of luxury they had so meticulously built was overshadowed by the stark reality of their situation. They were no longer the puppeteers pulling strings from behind the scenes. They were the puppets, dancing on the edge of a precipice. The Russian oligarch, their once lucrative client, had turned into their worst nightmare. As they navigated the treacherous waters of their choices, they had to confront the ugly truth. Their survival was at stake. They had to outwit, outplay, and outlast in this high-stakes game. As their fates swung under the Riviera sun, casting long, brooding shadows, the echoes of their choices whispered through the cobblestone streets. Amid the opulence of the French Riviera, the Bay of Thieves unveiled the cost of wealth and power. Vanessa and Kate, once the epitome of allure and glamour, were ensnared in a web of their own making. Their story is a stark testament to the dangerous allure of greed and the perilous path it can lead us down. The women's story serves as a chilling reminder of the consequences of our choices. They walked a treacherous tightrope, balancing their own survival against the nefarious demands of ruthless clients. Their descent into this dark reality was a result of their own decisions, their own hunger for wealth and power. Their tale is a grim message to us all. It exposes the underbelly of a world where wealth and power can blind us to our own humanity. It shows us the true cost of their choices, the consequences of their actions. In a world where money writes the rules, are we losing ourselves in the quest to have it all?